The Blackhawks beat the Buffalo Sabres 2-1. The goal scorers were Patrick Kane with his 28th goal of the season. Next goal scorer was Jonathan Toews with his 25th goal of the season. The Hawks' next game is on the road this Wednesday against the Colorado Avalanche at 8:30 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet. The Blackhawks got beat by the Colorado Avalanche 3-2. The goal scorers are Patrick Kane with his 29th goal of the season. Next goal scorer was Brandon Saad with his 19th goal of the season. The Hawks' next game is this Friday against the Nashville Predators at 7 p.m. on Comcast Sports. The Blackhawks got beat by the Nashville Predators 3-2. The goal scored was Jonathan Toews with his 26th goal of the season. The next goal scorer was Peter Regan with his 4th goal of the season. The next Hawks game is this Sunday against the Detroit Red Wings at 6:30 on NBC Sports Network. The Blackhawks won against the Detroit Red Wings 4-1. The goal scorer was Nick Bloody with his 7th goal of the season. Next Hawks goal scorer was Ben Smith with his 9th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Marian Hossa with his 25th goal of the season. Finally, the last goal scorer was Jonathan Toews with his 27th goal of the season. Next Hawks game is this Tuesday against the Philadelphia Flyers at 6:30 on NBC Sports Network. The Blackhawks killed the St. Louis Blues 4-0. The goal scorers were Duncan Keith with his 5th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Andrew Shaw with his 18th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Marcus Kruger with his 7th goal of the season. Finally, the last goal scorer was Ben Smith with his 10th goal of the season. The Hawks' next game is at home against the Colorado Hurricanes this Friday at 7 p.m. on Comcast Sports. The Blackhawks won against the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2. The goal scorers were Patrick Sharp with his 30th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Christopher Stieg with his 11th goal of the season. Finally, the last goal scorer was Jonathan Toews with his 28th goal of the season. The Hawks are at home against the Nashville Predators Sunday at 6 p.m. on WGN. The Hawks lost to the Nashville Predators 2-0. The Hawks had their chances to get a goal, but Pekka Rinne stopped all the shots. The Hawks got shut out for the second time this season. The Hawks' next game is at home against the Dallas Stars this Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet. The Blackhawks won against the Dallas Stars 4-2. The goal scorers was Andrew Shaw with his 19th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Christopher Stieg with his 12th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Duncan Keith with his 6th goal of the season. Finally, the last goal scorer was Marian Hossa with his 26th goal of the season. The Hawks are on the road against the Boston Bruins this Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. on Comcast Sports. The Blackhawks got shut out by the Boston Bruins 3-0. This is the third time the Blackhawks have been shut out this season. Tuukka Rask stopped all the shots. The Hawks had their chances, but Tuukka Rask was amazing. The Hawks' next game is on the road against the Ottawa Senators this Friday at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. The Chicago Blackhawks lost to the Ottawa Senators 5-3. The goal scorers was Patrick Sharp with his 31st goal of the season. Hawks' next goal scorer was Marian Hossa with his 27th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Brent Seabrook with his 7th goal of the season. The Hawks' next game is on the road against the Pittsburgh Penguins this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC Sports Network. The Blackhawks lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-1. The only goal scorer was Sheldon Brookbank with his 2nd goal of the season. The Hawks really got outplayed in the game. Didn't help that Jonathan Toews left the game in the second period. The Hawks' next game is at home against the Minnesota Wild this Thursday at 7 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet. The Blackhawks won against the Minnesota Wild 3-2 in a shootout. The goal scorers was Ben Smith with his 11th goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Brian Bickle with his 11th goal of the season. Marian Hossa with the shootout winner. The Hawks' next game is against Columbus Blue Jackets this Friday at 6 p.m. on Comcast Sports Net. The Blackhawks won with 3 seconds left in the third period. The win against the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-3. The goal scorers were Jeremy Morin with his second goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Patrick Sharp with his 32 goal of the season. The next goal scorer was Marian Hossa with his 28th goal of the season. Finally, the last goal scorer was Ben Smith with his 12th goal of the season. The Hawks' next game is against the St. Louis Blues this Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on NBC. The Blackhawks won against the St. Louis Blues 4-2. The goal scorers was Jeremy Morin with his third goal of the season. The Hawks' next goal scorer was Patrick Sharp with his 33 goal of the season. The next goal scorer was Marcus Kruger with his 8th goal of the season. Finally, the last goal scorer was Ben Smith with his 13th goal of the season. The Hawks' next game is against the Montreal Canadiens this Wednesday at 6:30 on Comcast Sports Net.